the industry that we operate in, the sports industry, it is fairly an unorganized industry. And before Machaxi kind of started off, I was in touch with some aggregated platforms in this industry like Huddle, etc. And even Fitso to an extent, which has a very similar model to Machaxi, and IPV had been early backers of these startups. We also since we were in touch with the founders of these startups, we realized that IPV is a great partner to have in the long journey. They come with very patient capital. They come with a lot of nuanced understanding of the industry. And then, somehow I was kind of introduced by a common friend to Vinay, who is the founder and CEO of IPV. And in the initial first call itself, we you really hit it well. His values were very similar to the values that we subscribe ourselves to. He has a deep passion for sports, understands where India stands today in terms of its sporting nation journey, and where we need to go to in the next 10 years or so. So I think there was a value match that happened. There was also initial bit of exits, etc., that we had seen, and the way IPV had invested in these early stage startups within the same industry, which is what we how we got introduced to IPV. We have been in discussions with multiple such quasi-institutional platforms, and what we realized is that the processes of IPV is fairly well structured and well thought through, including the whole due diligence process. I saw that the IPV team spoke to our customers, to our vendors, to our infrastructure owners who form, and even to our coaches who form the key stakeholders of the Machaxi ecosystem. Of course, this is all beyond the financial due diligence, which we usually most platforms or VCs do. But all through the process, we also understood that and realized that IPV teams practicality of things was something which we really appreciated, and it was not a one-way street where things are just being demanded, but rather solutions, mutually workable solutions, were also thought throughout this the discussion process. So all in all, I felt that it was a fairly smooth process, fairly structured process. And even the terms and conditions in the term sheet, shareholder agreement, etc., there was flexibility on both ends, including ours and theirs, to come to a mutually beneficial path forward. So I think we are very glad that we got to work with IPV, and then I think that sets them apart from a lot of other VCs and other institutional platforms.